Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. With the Vanguard beta finally arriving to PC, it seems the pros have decided this was the perfect opportunity to leak all their rosters for next year. Very much enjoy taking your thoughts in the comment section below. Like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new as always, I would greatly appreciate it. Videos to the channel, thank you very much indeed for doing that. First of all, there's some credit to the until 0 days since Clayster fell off the map. It seems like sometimes I think in previous titles I've seen when the beta comes out, Clayster, it kind of looks like it's on purpose. This time I think it was intentional, or not intentional, so I think it was accidental that the Clayster falls off right here on this Eagles Nest map. But yeah, pretty beautiful stuff to be honest. It's just classic from Clayster. Again, we're going to be talking about him later today. I thought it was pretty funny. He tries to make this jump. I'm pretty sure that he was trying to make it and it just falls off, as it tends to be with Clayster. Probably more where that came from later this year, to be honest, given it's always good to see maps that you can fall off of, because Clayster is always going to make the most of the opportunities, it does seem. This then from the Seattle Surge, every day at this point, we're going through, you know, the messages that they're revealing to the timeline, the kind of the Morse code stuff going on in the background. Chrome translates this one, and it just seems like they gave up, to be honest. A couple of days ago, they were kind of hinting at accuracy, maybe with the water freezing over. Yesterday, people were kind of speculating, could it be Simp, could it be Pred? It was kind of tough to say. And then this one, inbound New York Mac truck. So they've basically just got out the window and say, yeah, okay, Mac's joining our team, because New York Mac was on before, and Mac is just straight up in the Morse code. So I imagine that is going to be the case. They're probably going to announce tonight or tomorrow, something along those lines. And the team that I imagine we'll be expecting to find. But still plenty to discuss on that team when and if it does indeed get confirmed. This also from Gizmo, right? So maybe a London announcement happening in the coming days with Gizmo potentially signing to the organisation over there. So many kind of clips and leaks about that team that's come out these last several days. And here we go then from Clayster deciding to maybe do the same. Vanguard beta with not the New York Subliners team. And, you know, Crimsix wasn't playing with them here at the time. But still from the clips that come out on the timeline, and also, you know, his stream title was like, you know, not the New York Subliners team, just to make it very clear this is not going to be their roster for next year. And as Clayster says right here, Neptune is playing on his main gaming PC, getting 30 frames on Vanguard. And I just think this reply, this Crimsix new pick, every single day I swear there's a new Crimsix meme or something. This one is just hilarious. But anyway, Neptune is rumoured right now to be joining the New York Subliners squad. Kind of interesting that Clayster, of course, like, you know, the leaks and rumours have come out, but it's by no means guaranteed and confirmed that that's what will happen, because teams can still have discussions with other organisations, and, you know, still the Chicago and the Paris spots are a big question mark. Could a big organisation come in there and try and snap one of these players away? It's never guaranteed what the leaks come out will actually happen in reality, even if at the time that the leak comes out, it's very much aligned with what is going on behind the scenes. But as Clay says, you know, the fact that he's talking about Neptune right here, rumoured to be joining their team of Crimsix, Hydra, Clayster, and of course Neptune next year, and they're discussing the whole the frame situation going on, definitely implies maybe that is what is happening next year. I think Crimsix even did a couple of other leaks later in the night, and he was talking about how you know, JP, they're going to have to sub him in on some of the snow maps or something, and then also saying that they're going to have to get the anime gifts ready to go for next year, because Neptune's pretty prolific for that on the timeline. But yeah, Neptune, Clayster, Riven, and JP seems to be, well, the team that was squatted up yesterday. Of course, Crimsix, I think, came into the mix a little bit later on. But yes, Clayster, Neptune seems to be the gig for next year over at the New York Subliners side of things. Not really trying to hide it at this point. This then from a TacticalRab in reply to us, decided to tweet this out. Clayster is joining Florida, so maybe that's another possibility. But really, what's going on with Florida, we don't really know right now. It's tough to say what's happening over there. Not too many rumours and leaks about what those teams could be considering, right? Because Vivid, we discussed him yesterday in last night's video, that there could be a great opportunity for him to join a squad like that, given they need probably an upgrade to their SMG if Neptune is going the other way. Or, of course, as attached to implying maybe Clayster is actually leaving New York entirely and going to Mutineers, even though that seems somewhat unlikely right now. This then also from the Subliners, thought this is kind of an interesting race, but regardless, when Vanguard adds a new blind fire mechanic, people have already been doing it for the last 2 seasons, I imagine, you know, talking about that they can't shoot straight or something, kind of tough to decipher this one. But yeah, Subliners come out to tweet this, and of course, OpTic Chicago are never far from the news right now, given that OpTic Dallas is a massive question mark. When that will get confirmed, if it will get confirmed, tough to say, but definitely another hint that this, well, roster may indeed be happening. We saw yesterday Scump came out and kind of leaked that DM with Hex, Hastro, and Rambo, as it of course it was. So this is what Dashy says. Let's see if it's my year. Some Vanguard action, of course, coming out, and this is what people notice as soon as they hop into the stream. So Dashy, ILLey, and Shotzzy all teaming together. Of course, the rumoured OpTic Dallas team of Dashy, Shotzzy, ILLey with Scump in there as well. But of course, you can see on the right hand side here, you've got accuracy, right? So some people will, you know, tweet to me saying, okay, Rab's going to make the video saying that accuracy, well, wow, what's going on here? Like, is Scump not going to be on this team? Maybe his accuracy on this team instead, even though he's rumoured to be going to the Seattle Surge right now. But yeah, anyway, it seems like Dashy, Shotzzy, and ILLey, there's going to be some very entertaining streams with these these gentlemen. There's no doubt about it. But yes, I imagine they will be teaming together going forward. It does seem like that's the case. Lots of entertaining stuff coming out from Shotzzy's stream as well, especially. I'm sure we might end up diving into in the coming days. This I thought as well was pretty cool to see from Scump. So the boys at Dylan Envoy. So nice to see the bridges not getting burnt between these two, because it can tend to be that you know, when people leave big organizations like OpTic, go elsewhere, like Envoy of course getting dropped from this team, a massive surprise to him. He said that he thought during the season there was maybe a 5% chance he was gone off this team, but with the chaos that's going on right now, that's obviously the chance went up somewhat. But nice to see these two guys getting on, because still the King versus kind of Prince you know, storyline that's going to go on next year between OpTic and Los Angeles Thieves, that's still going to be a massive question mark. And it's nice to see, as I say, bridges not being burnt, because maybe a guy like Envoy, he could just go off on the main stage and get really frustrated and you know, not find himself with a realistic opportunity of teaming back up again in the future on OpTic as an organization in general, which of course is not something you want to count yourselves out of, because of course well, still a long career ahead of Envoy, no doubt about that one. Let's talk about the beta real quick then, as it is going on right now. I'm sure you guys have had some experiences. Definitely leave your thoughts in the comment section. RC seems to kind of like it, but yeah, definitely some mixed opinions. In general, a lot of the pros are much happier with this beta on PC than they were on the PS4 one, for example, on the console one, and you know, PS5 people are still saying it's kind of questionable. But yes, PC in general, I think has had a lot more, well, better reviews, let's just say, than the previous version has had. And well, a fair bit of talk. First of all, there's some exclusive aids. We looked at the other day, this image you can see here on the left hand side with the distortion effect on some of the weapons. It seems like they have fixed that to at least some degree, if not completely removed it, to be honest. So definitely a step in the right direction there. I think they came up with some patch notes, and Parasite was saying, look, let's just remove this entirely and not have this return to competitive Call of Duty. We don't really want it, or yeah, really just Call of Duty in general. Not sure what the intention was behind this. Seems like you know, they've well certainly improved it to some degree, which is certainly good to see. And then also this that was pointed out right here by Keneal, because well, it seems like the Vanguard servers right now running at between 60 and 80 hertz. Now, who knows whether the real game comes out and they drop this back down to a level we might expect for regular multiplayer, which is, I mean, sometimes I'm pretty sure in Infinite Warfare we even had like 10 hertz servers for custom games, which was just absolutely tragic. 60 hertz is at the very least respectable. It's not great by any means. Like Valorant's probably running on 128 tick, but it's at least respectable. And well, if these servers are running at 60 to 80 hertz, that is obviously a good sign. Now, what that means for custom games and everything is a different story, because usually they don't invest as much in the quality of the servers for custom games as they do for them, you know, the regular dedicated servers or whatever they want to play on for the regular matches. But still, an improvement from last year, certainly a step in the right direction. At least we can hope so. Now, of course, there has been some mixed opinions on some of the maps in the game right now. You know, Hotel Royal and Red Star, people aren't necessarily too happy about, and Octane seems to back out every single time this happens, and so does Venom, right? Yeah, I see Red Star, I straight on back out of there. So yes, some maps definitely have some mixed opinions on them, but most pros seem relatively happy with how the beta's progressing so far. And well, this clip from Methods just to finish out the video. First NA V2 rocket on PC. So impressive stuff from Anthony Zinni, and yeah, pretty interesting to see. I'm pretty sure like a 25 kill streak in the end will get you this with the weapons. And yeah, well, I mean, Zinni's back, I guess, for this year. He had a difficult time right on Toronto this last season, because at the end of the day, he got replaced, and then they became like, well, the second best team in the entire game for the rest of the season, did that Ultra team. But then again, the player who replaced him, Inside, ended up being, you know, one of the best, if not the best assault rifle players in the entire game, and exactly what Toronto Ultra needed in terms of chemistry, but also in terms of the role dynamics. But very much intrigued to your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, I'd greatly appreciate a like on the video. Really upset the YouTube icon on if you enjoy this content. Other people like you may enjoy this content as well, and I've grown the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you for watching as always. Take care, and I will see you next time.
Come here, bud. Let me see you. D2 rocket, boys.
Alright, well the roof is not the play.
D2 rocket, boys. GG.
Nice.
Hey,
GG.
Look at that.
GG. Absolutely.
Is that a nuke?
That's a nuke. Yep, 30. It's a 30 gun streak.
That's lit. That's fucking lit.
Wait, you're like that, okay.
GG.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
GG.
I'm doing it all.
I don't know. Nice, started.
I'm literally doing it all.
I didn't even see that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm literally doing it all. Lay the fuck down.
Oh my god, Epsilon dead back to spawn.
Gotta get to last longer.
Bro, bottom, bro. If I die from bottom boat again, bro, I swear to god.
Look out! He ain't get me out this. He ain't get me out this.
Pistol.
Get me out this. Give me. Oh, he me out this. Get. Oh my god. This is crazy. You need to get me off the beta right now. It's not fair. I'm gonna be mad as well. I'm gonna be mad as well. What are you looking at? What are you even looking at?
No,
oh my god, goodness. Jesus God.